Hey everyone, this is Jan, and you're watching a little daily indie game dev update for my top-down adventure game. It is Tuesday the 23rd of June. Just ran up the stairs, so I'm out of breath. Ooh. Just as a little reminder what things look like, because I've been making some changes. Let me just hit play here. Check out the font. Nothing wrong with this font. But I just happened to come across someone on Blue Sky who recommended a font from a particular Brazilian pixel artist. I think it's called Monogram. I got it from itch.io. I should put it up here actually. And I've been implementing it. This weekend, there's actually been a number of things that I've done. I've not worked in a, like on the weekends I tend to just, faff about. I just do stuff. I'm just having fun. I'm just like, oh, what's this? Oh yeah, I kind of feel like changing this up a bit. Well, it's a lot less structured than it is during the week, and I think that's because during the week I work, and work tends to be very focused on like solve this problem, how does this fit in the bigger picture, like work down the list. Weekends is a bit more casual. So let me just fire up the Unreal Engine straight away while I gather my notes. There we go. So one thing that you might notice is that it's a bit more legible, and I simply added the same text again but underneath slightly offset in the color black, and so that means we get to have a little bit of an outline to the lettering. Now you can set that in Unreal Engine itself. The fonts can have outlines. However, let's turn this on. However, I just like the look of that in that way a bit better, and I also just wanted to play around with it. So first thing you may notice is besides my saving system checkpoints that I put in place is this little heart. I think it looks great, but I am in two minds about that little heart. Because I shrank it down in size, it was actually almost as big as the player. And because I shrank it down in size, it now has a different resolution than the rest of the game. And it does look very crisp, doesn't it? Oh, it looks pretty awesome. I like it a lot. But I also feel like, because I put that heart up there, and that is actually off screen, isn't it? Let me see if I can pull that down for you. There we go. So I actually put this heart up there, and all of a sudden it looked out of place. It didn't look right for some reason. It was a bit stretched. I couldn't animate it anymore, even though I made an attempt, and I had read that animating UI with the widgets in Unreal Engine is done in a very particular way, which is not with the flipbooks, and so you have like separate systems of animation. The one for the UI is much more like how you would animate in Photoshop, with like a timeline and like moving things around in menus. And so even though I have this flipbook for this sprite animation available to me, I can't just drop it in the UI for some reason. Now I have thought of a way around it because I have such a fixed camera positioning system anyway, so I could simply hook up the flipbooks to positions attached to the camera and then have it that way anyway. And I'm still interested in doing that. However, this nice, simple, chunky look, I think it really works with the rest of the game. I also think it really works because like you're focused over there, and so from the corner of your eye, this is very legible. I also did a lot of tweaking. One thing that I've done, one of the things that I ran into was I added the enum, and I started, instead of having everything with bools and if-else statements, started using the enum and the switch. And there were some dead ends. And so simply diving up here didn't quite work. The player just disappeared and buttons stopped working because it was a dead end in the code, so I didn't know quite what to do. So let me just show you that one more time. Before I had set this up and you had to jump to the left or the right, so now I'm getting all the warnings in the corner over there that doesn't work because the river system in the top right was actually the same as in the top left, but the directions are all different, and I just put it over there just so I could have it over there and have something going. So now I'm on the next version. Now you can properly jump up, and of course, okay, it finally worked. Notice how I'm dying, but then as soon as I hit shallow water, my life comes back. So there's a cool sound effect too, but as you can't hit, actually, then I just can't actually turn it up, can you? Let me just try that again. There you go. These sound effects aren't final, they're just the ones that I found in my files. Cannot get out here, and if you, that's it, he is unlivened, deceased. Changing fonts. Now that took some doing, but that was a fun little project over the weekend where I had to set up custom events for depleting energy from the player and healing the player, and it came with like a bunch of issues that I just hadn't encountered before, but we made it out, and as you see, it works. Sound effects included. That's the save sound. Also, work in progress, all these may go. this work in progress, the pickup, it has that sound. I've changed it everywhere and it just doesn't register. I've gone to the parent class of the pickup, changed it everywhere. I really am gonna have to dig into the code and just make a new sound system or something. I don't know why that is. Other things that I've done, I've changed the font some more. That's the Monogram right there. I found some more bugs and I'll show you one since we're nearby. This has to do with the water. I'm in the shallow water. See the flickering over here? I can get out. And I die. There's this thing that I can't quite explain, which is, so the shallow and the deep water can take or give your hearts back that you've lost in the deep end of the water. However, getting out of the shallow water, there's a setting, and I've been trying to hunt it down. I'll show you, like if I go here, I'm perfectly well within. There's an area up here that I'm out. So same as here. Right? Not good. But then here, I walk out of shallow for some reason. He walks, but I also get hit. Now, when I go onto land, all the settings for swimming are turned off, and yet I get hit. And why is that? I don't know, actually. Let's just go in here for a second. But not there. See? Let's just run over to the conversation to see all the new font in place. It was fun going through the Fender animated dialogue settings to see how they have all these data tables for the fonts, so you can have like small, medium, large setup. I don't know how I'm gonna hook that up yet for an options menu, though that would be awesome. But here, so all new fonts everywhere. The button still, the continue button is still being cut off by that white blob. I still need to fix that up. Moved its position. I've played with font sizes and quite frankly, I very much like it. I don't think there was anything wrong with the font that I had before. This is simply a design choice. I think this looks great. I think it looks very retro indie game. So I'm very happy with it. Let's see, back home. This all needs to be, I really need to work on the dialogue a bit. There's one place where I am keeping the other font to make it look different. And that is when you receive the quest and when you get to see the name of the level, as you already saw. Okay, quest giver, quest received. The quest received, nice and chunky. I'm gonna keep it like that. I like Annoyed with this font as well. It just looks awesome. Also updated the menu over here. And you know, I'm thinking maybe I should, because I have a save point here, but when there's a slight twinkle. I don't even know if you can see that on YouTube. There's a very slight animation of twinkling stones, but when you go here, right? Nothing changes about this save point to indicate that this is where you saved. I'm thinking maybe because there's a flame here, and usually in so many games now you have a bonfire, right? The Souls games. But maybe there should be some indication, something more sparkly, or like the inner rocks change in color or something. A second sprite maybe. I'm looking at that heart. I still think it looks awesome, even though the resolution is different. I still think it looks fantastic. So I'm very much in two minds about this. Like I really think I should be consistent in resolution, and at the same time, like it really just pops off the screen, right? So you guys, that is my little update for Tuesday the 23rd of June. Was there anything else? Oh, I bought, besides the fonts, I actually bought animation pack. There's an RPG animated character set. Let me make sure this looks okay for you guys. And it is fantastic. I'm not sure if this is actually what I want, because I really enjoy animating my own characters and having my own look to everything. But this RPG pack is awesome. I don't know how they set it up so that like it loops at least once over every animation, and then it continues to the next animation. You know, oh, onion skinning is on again. Go for another one. I think I'm very much going to put these in the game to get started on coding my enemies because I have no idea how I'm going to do this, and this is going to save me so much time animating. They also just look fantastic, but we have to see. I mean, I very much want to design my own characters. I think that is like one of the really fun things to do. I really enjoy doing that with my hero character. You guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.